blocked by Evanston, down at the backside on the 10-foot line, and Evanston gets the point.
It's time for Red Devil Volleyball.
Freeland with the attack on the left side finds room on the right corner, and now Evanston takes the lead 9-8.
The girls of Evanston are back to start a truly memorable season, once again led by Coach Tara Lawler.
Deflected up by Finch, set Strauss, left side, Heiser, blocked by Evanston, down! Stacia Barker again with the block.
With eyes set on a state tournament run, the Red Devils will battle some of the best the Cowboy State has to offer.
Tarrant Hope finds room on the far side of the 10-foot line.
Catch all the action on KNYN 99.1 The Big Dog and live video online at mylocalradio.com. Red Devil Volleyball is brought to you by Auto Farm Chevrolet, Dr. McKay Frankham, Westar Printing, T-Bar S Body Shop, The Best Western Dunmar Inn and Legal Tender Restaurant, Hoover Chiropractic, Mountain West Business Solutions, Bear Lake Convention and Visitors Bureau, Rocky Mountain Yeti, Jen's Life Photography, Evanston Regional Hospital, The Come On in Casper, Rocky Mountain Sign, Bear River Dental, Plains Tire, Uinta County School District Number 1, Ellingford Brothers, and by Freeway Tire. And now, Red Devil Volleyball fans, sit back and relax and get ready to scream for your team as we head to the arena to join the play-by-play voice of your Evanston Red Devils, ELAN OLLIFF.
Welcome, Red Devil Volleyball fans, to Jackson Hole High School, side of today's matchup between the Evanston Red Devils and the Jackson Broncs. The Red Devils taking on the Broncs in their final regular season game of the year. After today, we'll head back to Evanston for Thursday and Saturday, a special 2020 4A West regional format, and it's all taking place at Red Devil Gymnasium. In the meantime, we still got to take care of business as the Red Devils hope to complete their perfect conference record. Evanston versus Jackson, as right now the score in the JV match is the third and deciding set between Evanston and Jackson, and the Red Devils with a 22-9 lead. We're going to step aside, and when we come back, we'll set the scene on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil Volleyball on K9 and My Local Radio.
When your vehicle needs new tires, any tire store can get you back on the road. But only Plains Tire can get you rolling again with the peace of mind that you were treated well, paid a fair price, and that you'll be taken care of for the life of the tire. At Plains Tire, trained tire technicians mount and expertly balance your new tires, replace the valve stems, and hand check each lug nut to make sure it's all tight and secure. Plus, you'll get lifetime alignment checks and tire rotations only at Plains Tire, 157 Bear River Drive, Evanston. Visit plainstire.com.
When you think about Bear Lake, think family, fun, fishing, beaches, boats, green, and great food. Think water, wildlife, trails, and shakes, snow, scenery, and sun. Think summer. Go to bearlake.org and plan your visit today. Visit Scenic Idaho.
When you're looking for one location that is centrally located in Wyoming to host a business meeting or corporate retreat, always consider the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper first. With meeting rooms and amenities that everyone can enjoy at the Come On In is the best place to host events. The rustic decor, fireplaces, jacuzzis, pool, and large indoor atrium will make your event memorable. Call today and find out the ways we can help make your event a success. Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper. Call 307-472-6300.
Welcome back to Jackson Hole High School for today's matchup featuring the Evanston Red Devils taking on the Jackson Broncs. It is set a match point in the JV matchup as it is 24-12 Evanston in the third and deciding set. Let's set the scene for our varsity matchup here today. Let's start with Jackson. Last time they were out was on Thursday. They lost to the 3A number 1 Pinedale in straight sets, but it was a very competitive game. It wasn't one of those ones where each set was a blowout. Jackson proved their mettle against a top-flight team. They come in with a record of 7 wins, 10 losses, 2-3 on the conference season, as Evanston has just won the JV match 2-1. For the Evanston Red Devils, last time they were out was last Thursday at Green River. They took care of the Wolves in straight sets, 3-0. They come in with a record of 11 wins, 7 losses, and 1 tie. But a perfect, unblemished 5-0 in conference, and a win against Jackson tonight will make, or this afternoon, not tonight rather, would make them the perfect conference record. They've already locked up the number 1 seed in the regional tournament, and it's going to operate a little bit differently this year because of COVID-19. They didn't want to bring all 8 teams to one spot, so what they're doing is the teams from the Southwest quadrant will meet at the gym of the Southwest winner. In our case, it's Evanston. The 2 will play the 3, and the 1 will play the 4. The winners of those games are automatically in state and can punch their tickets for Casper. Same thing will happen on the Northwest side. And then, since the regional tournament was supposed to take place in Star Valley, the 2 teams from the Northwest will play the 2 teams from the Southwest. Oh, let's go back to Thursday. So after that 2-3-1-4 game, the winners of those games will play to determine who will be, I guess you could say, the somewhat number 1 seed in the Southwest, who will be the number 2 seed. Same thing is happening on the other side of the West, in the Northwest. And the 2 teams that won in the Northwest will come to Evanston on Saturday, October 31st, to play the 2 teams that won in the Southwest. Then the Southwest 1 will play the Northwest 2, and vice versa. The winner of those games will go to the region championship game to see who will be the West number 1 and the West number 2 at state. And the losers will go to a 3rd place game to find out who will be number 3 and number 4 coming out of this side of the state. So Evanston right now, they are thinking about Jackson, not about the regional tournament, but it is exciting knowing we will be hosting it on Thursday and Saturday. That's what it looks like here at Jackson Hole High School. We're going to step aside. When we come back, we're going to have our coaches show on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil Volleyball on K9 and My Local Radio.
The best live coverage of local sports, weather, local news, and radio classifieds. Plus job listings, fun giveaways, and more. It's all on mylocalradio.com. Watch live as your high school teams clash with their biggest rivals. Listen to the latest from your team's coaches, catch up on local and regional news, and get accurate weather conditions and forecasts. Visit mylocalradio.com, like us on Facebook, and stream it all now.
America keeps moving, and Auto Farm Chevrolet is here to help you keep rolling. Whether you need a brand new vehicle or service on one you already own, Auto Farm Chevrolet is here to lend a helping hand. Our certified mechanics are knowledgeable, and our sales team takes the time to get to know you and what your needs are. Stop in today, Auto Farm Chevrolet, 624 Front Street, Evanston. Evanston's community-driven dealer.
What do you do when you lose a tooth?
Put it under your pillow. Under my pillow. Like a treasure chest so you could put it in.
Why do you do that?
Because then the tooth fairy comes. For the tooth fairy. So the tooth fairy can come get them.
And then what happens?
I get money.
We may not be the tooth fairy, but we can still take care of your teeth. Bear River Dental in Evanston.
Jackson Hole High School, that is the spot of our matchup here tonight. The Evanston Red Devils taking on the Jackson Bronx. Well, the 2020 regular season will come to a close today, as the question is, will Evanston walk away with a perfect conference record, or will Jackson hand them their first loss of the year? Last time these 2 teams played, and we'll talk more in depth about it later, it was a straight set sweep for Evanston, 3-0 at Red Devil Gymnasium. Nobody sees the game the way the coaches do, and when we come back, we'll have Coach Tara Yancey of the Jackson Bronx on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil Volleyball on K9 and My Local Radio.
Do you really think you can get a better deal on a vehicle in the city? Poppycock! Rocky Mountain Yeti is hungry for your business and will beat any bona fide deal on any vehicle, or they'll give it to you as a gift. Now that's legendary. Rocky Mountain Yeti Evanston, home of the 20-year, 200,000-mile legendary warranty, where legendary customer service is not a myth.
In May of 2019, Uintah County School District Number 1 became the first school district in Wyoming to achieve a certified Level 1 on high reliability schools by the Rosanna Leadership Center. We're focusing on 3 levels. Level 1 is a safe and collaborative culture. Level 2, effective teaching in every classroom. And Level 3 is a guaranteed and viable curriculum. We are certified Level 1 in safe and collaborative culture. This is Superintendent Ryan Thomas. Congratulations to everyone in our district. Keep up the great work.
Uintah County School District Number 1, Pathway to Excellence.
This First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Evanston High School Red Devil Sports is also brought to you in part by Jen's Life Photography. Local photography, whether it's family portraits or senior pictures, capture the moment with Jen's Life Photography. An Evanston local with a Utah number, 801-289-6161. And by Freeway Tire. With a friendly and knowledgeable staff, quick and dependable service and great prices come together. Call Freeway Tire at 307-789-8632. Here with Jackson Volleyball head coach Terry Yancey. Coach Yancey, you guys are a couple days removed from playing a really top-tier team in Pinedale. It was a competitive game. What were some things that you guys did that you liked there?
I liked our confidence going in, and I liked how scrappy and competitive we were. We didn't give up. We were excited to be in that atmosphere, excited to play, and just kept at it.
Today's the final game of the regular season. Thursday, we start the regional tournament in Evanston. You guys have already locked down the number 3 seed. You'll play Star Valley at number 2. How are you guys looking at this game? Is it kind of a tune-up before the postseason, or is it one of those deals where you're hoping to kind of hand Evanston their first conference loss? What's the mindset going into this one?
Yeah, for us, a big challenge this year has been staying competitive. So we're coming in here to compete. If we can get a set off of Evanston, woohoo. If we can get a whole match, I mean, that's the big time goal, right? So for us, it's compete. We're not looking at it as a tune-up or anything. It's just to keep pushing ourselves to compete and play against good, solid teams.
You guys last time played in Evanston. Now here we are in Jackson. How good is it for you guys to be able to play at home?
It's always nice to play at your home court, especially when you go into a place like Evanston, who has a pretty rowdy little student section, no matter how many kids are there. So at least we have a more even playing field there, and the atmosphere will be not as intimidating.
Coach, what are some things that you're looking for out of your team? You mentioned stay competitive. What are some other things that you guys need to do today in order to make it successful besides getting the win?
Yeah, we need to stay aggressive, stay consistent. Consistency has been a tough thing for us, and just minimize our errors so we're not just giving away too many free points.
Looking at Evanston and the last time you guys played them, what are some things that you guys have been preparing for to take on the Red Devils the second time around?
Really working on our eye work and watching Evanston's outside hitter and middle hitter, what they're doing, and being prepared for it, not getting caught off guard with their heavy arms.
Coach Terry Yancey, Jackson Volleyball head coach, thank you so much for your time. Good luck. Is there anything else you'd like to say?
No, thank you.
A big thank you to Coach Terry Yancey for joining us on the pregame show. We are about 11 minutes away from the first serve of this one. When we come back, we'll have a discussion with Coach Sarah Lawler, not only about Jackson, about how excited they are to host the 2020 4A West Regional Tournament on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil Volleyball on K9 and MyLocalRadio.com.
Signage is a critical part of your business. It helps customers find your front door. Rocky Mountain Sign will provide you with expertly designed signs, LEDs, channel letters, as well as skillfully cut signage using wood, metal, plastic, and other mediums to help your customers find you with high-quality signage. Using the best technology, designs, and installation by Rocky Mountain Sign. Your signage says a lot about your business. Work with the professionals at Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street in Evanston, Wyoming.
When do you schedule doctor appointments?
In bed before I fall asleep.
in the car waiting to pick up my kids.
We can even do it after breakfast.
We all lead busy lives. Online appointment scheduling puts you in control. In just 90 seconds, you can make an appointment with a primary care provider or specialist at evanstonanytime.com. Select the day and time most convenient for you. Enter some basic information, and just like that, you're scheduled for care. Schedule appointments for next day and beyond at evanstonanytime.com.
This First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Evanston High School Red Devil Sports is also brought to you in part by T-Bar S Body Shop. Let T-Bar fix your car. Call 307-789-2639. And by Hoover Chiropractic. Dr. Todd Hoover does all of the chiropractic work you need, as well as blood work, dietary supplements, a weight loss program, x-rays, and can help you get rid of migraines and allergies. Call Hoover Chiropractic at 307-789-0043. Here with Evanston Volleyball head coach Tara Lawler. Coach Lawler, you guys, you clinched the number one regular season seed, I guess you could call it, in the Southwest. If it was a regular year, you would have the number one seed in the regional tournament. But because things are so different this year, you guys have clinched the chance to host the regional tournament. But with how different things are, you guys still need to be able to win a few more games in order to have that number one seed. What's the girls' mindsets like right now?
I think they're excited. Most importantly, hopefully they're focused. It's been a few days since we've played, so looking forward to Jackson on Saturday so we can get back on the court and play at game speed and compete. We'll definitely be aware. I know a lot of people have indicated, there's not a whole lot riding on this game, but I don't agree. I think that there is a lot. We're still making sure we're doing the things that have gotten us to this point, but we'll also be learning. And if we're doing things that we don't like, we can then take that back to the drawing board on Monday after the weekend and correct and fix some things before we host on Thursday.
Ever since you guys locked away the number one regular season record, what's practice been like? Has the intensity gone up? Has the intensity kind of come off a little bit and you've had to refocus them? Or what's kind of the mindset been?
Yeah, I think actually the latter is probably more true. Unfortunately, I'd love to say that we've been really, really focused. I think they've kind of needed a tad of a mental break and a physical break, and to have 5 full days off before Jackson and then another 3 days of practice before we host. We thought that was fair. And so we have slowed it down a little bit, going back, talking about some of those things we need to refine, watching film, educating and showing them instead of telling them so they could see it for themselves, because I truly believe they'll play better if they understand why they're in a certain position as opposed to me just telling them where to go. And so we have slowed it down a bit, but after today's practice, our last bit of film, we're then going game speed, and we'll go now game speed now until hopefully November 7th in Casper at State for the very last match of the day. So after today, this is kind of where we're in full speed mode.
What kind of things do you guys need to work on in order to achieve that lofty goal of being in the last match of the day?
I think we just, number one, confidence is thinking. We know that we've seen a lot of teams from the East. You and I were just mentioning, we've seen a lot of teams. We've seen Cheyenne East. We've seen Laramie. We've watched video and film the coaches have on other teams. I will honestly say at this point, I think we just have to believe that we can do it and not let up. And I think we will fly under the radar. I don't think a lot of people know much about us or are too worried about us. And so we'll use that to our advantage.
I will say this, it's not often that a team goes undefeated in the regular season and doesn't get a vote in the top 5 in the WYO Preps Coaches and Media Poll. But you and I, again, talking about it before, that actually works out to your favor. What kind of sneaky advantages do you think that gives you?
Well, I know a lot of people, just by looking at the views of some of these other matches of more prominent teams right now, like Rock Springs, they are getting a lot of attention. I'd rather teams come in not knowing anything about us, and we spend a lot of time on film and doing what we can to know our opponent. If our opponents aren't doing that with us, I think that's just fine. And so I welcome them just to ignore us, and we'll come in and make some waves.
Are you guys, is it too early to be planning for a certain situation against a certain opponent next Thursday for the number one seed in the Southwest?
Yeah, I don't do that. All from the very beginning, we've been talking one game at a time. I did let the girls know with this potential snowstorm to Jackson, we talked about potential of what would happen, and we actually then did talk about Green River, who will be facing first round on Thursday. But typically, besides that, we don't go further out. So right now, our focus is back on Jackson, take care of business Saturday, and then as soon as Saturday's game's over, on the bus ride home, I'll start sending video clips of Green River to the girls, so we can start talking Green River for regionals.
Going back to Jackson, the opponent this Saturday, when you guys played them here in Evanston, you guys took a quick 2-0 lead, and you did end up winning it in 3 straight, but that third set, they kind of gave you a little bit of more of a run for your money. What kind of talent is Jackson able to bring to the floor that might catch you guys off guard?
I think exactly how we were talking about us wanting to hide under or kind of sneak under the radar. Jackson's been doing that all season long. They have good athletes. They actually have really nice fundamentals. They just have unfortunate errors, not good timing for them. Unfortunate timing for them. For their opponent, it works out great because I think they get on a roll, and then their self-induced errors kind of cause them some of those close, tight matches or sets. And so we need to be aware of that. We need to know they're scrappy. They're good players, and I think they're coached really well. I think their coach is a lot of fun to watch. She gets excited, and she brings a lot of energy to those girls. And so I'm just pretty confident we're going to have to take this team very seriously and play our best and learn from it too. Find out what's working for us, hopefully apply what we've been working on, and then also things that we need to get better on, take that back so Monday we can hit it hard.
That's Coach Tara Lawler, Evanston volleyball coach. Thank you so much for your time, and good luck in Jackson.
Thank you. Thank you.
A big thank you to Coach Tara Lawler for joining us on the pregame show. We're under 4 minutes from the first serve of the final regular season match of the 2020 season. When we come back, we'll talk about what happened last time between these two teams. We'll have our starting lineups brought to you by Farmers Insurance, the Jeff Piper Agency, and then finally, the first serve, Evanston versus Jackson, on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil Volleyball on K9 and MyLocalRadio.com.
Wyoming is unique. When it comes to high school sports, we might travel 6 hours to a game, but when we get there, we know the other team, their parents, and the coaches. Wyoming is like one small town with really long streets. When your travels take you to Evanston, always stay with your friends at the Best Western Dunmar Inn. Clean, comfortable rooms, a restaurant serving healthy, delicious food, and breakfast is always included. If you're bringing the team or following the team, stay with us every time you're in Evanston. The Best Western Dunmar Inn.
For more than 10 years, the professional and friendly staff at Mountain West Business Solutions has been serving customers in Wyoming and Utah. Our professional technicians live and work in communities across both states. This way, we're able to provide quick, quality service to all of our customers. We serve businesses of all sizes, and we also provide service and supplies for HP printers. Call us today to see how we can help with all your printing and copying needs. Mountain West Business Solutions, a local company with a toll-free number, 866-583-9925.
The last time the Evanston Red Devils and the Jackson Bronx faced off was right here in Evanston, with the Red Devils winning it 3-0. We talked about it. It happened October 3rd, 2020. We talked about it, how it was a quick 2-0 lead. Evanston took set 1, 25-16, then set 2, 25-19. Then Jackson kind of started creeping back in that third set, but Evanston would be victorious 25-22. Evanston in that game led by Emily Freeland with 14 kills, Stacia Barker, the tandem, with 11 kills. Also Mia Barker with 9. On the aces side of things, you got 2 aces from 5 different players. Taryn Holt, Bailey Critchfield, Taylor Peterson, Emily Freeland, and Mackenzie Porter. In blocking, it was all about Stacia Barker, who got the job done with 4 total blocks in the game. And it was a great performance by the Evanston Red Devils. We're going to step aside. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineups in the first serve on the First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil Volleyball on K9 and My Local Radio.
At Ellingford Brothers, we're known for an excellent steel shop and quality cement. We also provide other products all year round. Sand and different sizes of gravel for road base and landscaping in the summer and fall. Traction in the winter and mud control in the spring. Bark for landscaping in the summer and winterization in the fall. And topsoil. Spring, summer, and fall. Prices are always honest. Pickup or delivery. Ellingford Brothers, your year-round source for so many things. Stop in today at 221 County Road in Evanston.
Hello, this is Dr. McKay Franklin. Something I've really enjoyed as a dentist over the past 20 years are the lasting friendships that I've formed with many of my patients. My staff is really great, and we try hard to make sure that every patient feels a warm welcome. It doesn't matter if it's your first visit or if you've been with us for years. Every patient is welcome and always appreciated. Our goal is to provide the best dental care possible at reasonable rates. Please call us today to schedule your appointment at 307-789-8910.
Go Red Devils!
Two roads diverged in a wood, and I had just purchased new tires at Plains Tire in Evanston. The trained tire technicians at Plains Tire expertly mounted, balanced, and aligned my new tires, so I was feeling good. While I was there, they changed my oil, checked my brakes, fixed my AC, and made sure my shocks were in tip-top shape. And with their lifetime alignment checks and tire rotations, I was ready to roll. So, thanks to Plains Tire, when two roads diverged in a wood, I took the one less traveled. Plains Tire, 157 Bear River Drive, Evanston.
When you think about Bear Lake, think family, fun, fishing, beaches, boats, green, and great food. Think water, wildlife, trails, and shakes, snow, scenery, and sun. Think summer. Go to bearlake.org and plan your visit today. Visit Scenic Idaho.
The best place to stay when you're in Casper, Wyoming is the Come On In Hotel and Suites. This beautiful log hotel offers 5 hot tubs, 1 pool, a fitness center, and fabulous indoor atrium. Offering jacuzzi and fireplace suites, the guest rooms are comfortable and relaxing. Plus, every stay includes a delicious extended continental breakfast. Whenever you're in Casper, stay at the best place. Come On In Hotel and Suites. Come on in today. Come On In Hotel and Suites, Casper. As one of the region's most visited websites, mylocalradio.com is here to serve you. Catch up on local and regional news and information. Buy, sell, or trade your good used items on the radio classifieds. Check the weather forecast or catch our live coverage of your high school teams in action, all on mylocalradio.com. Like us on Facebook so you never miss a giveaway, and visit mylocalradio.com today to stream it all live.
It's now time for your starting lineups, brought to you by Farmers Insurance, the Jeff Piper Agency. Let's start with the Jackson Lady Broncs. At the libero position, number 1 is senior Ashlyn Funk. At number 6, a junior Rachel Clemmer. Number 8, a senior Faye Cutter. Number 9, a junior Sarah Robinson. Number 16, a junior Elizabeth Robinson. Number 22, number 22, a senior Taylor Hogan, and number 27, a junior Bella Santamaro. For your Evanston Red Devils, it is number 3, a junior Stacia Barker. The libero is number 36, the junior Bailey Critchfield. Number 7, Mia Barker, the junior, gets the start as well. Number 11, the junior Emily Freeland, gets the start. Number 15, the senior Taryn Holt, as well as number 18, the senior Taylor Peterson, and wrapping up the starters, number 19, a junior Abby Rigby. Evanston in their blue uniforms with the white numerals, while Jackson in a black jersey with orange numerals. Haven't got our camera person quite yet, and we may not be able to, considering that they may have all hands on deck for this road trip. Either way, we've done the best we can to get you a decent shot. We'll try to back it up just a little bit. Maybe that'll help out a little bit so we can see the corners, but the Evanston Red Devils getting ready to take on the Evanston Red Devils getting ready to take on the Jackson Bronx, and it looks like we do have a camera person coming up. Again, starters for the Red Devils will be Taryn Holt, Taylor Peterson, Emily Freeland, Abby Rigby, Stacia Barker, and Mia Barker. On the right side of your screen on mylocalradio.com. Bailey Critchfield switches out for the senior. It'll be Taylor Peterson to serve to start it out for Evanston. As we are ready to go. Best 3 out of 5. Served by Peterson. Back row dig by Jackson. Attack from Bella Santamaro off of the Evanston block. Good job there by Evanston. Cleared over by the Bronx. Peterson goes to Mia Barker near side. A diving dig by Jackson kept alive, and Santamaro clears it out for the Bronx. Peterson with a great front row set to Stacia Barker. That one comes off of the Jackson Bronx. Weird overpass returned by Stacia Barker, and now the Bronx with an attack. Left side deflected up by Peterson. Mia Barker sends it back over, and now Santamaro gets an attack from Jackson. Great volley to start it out here. Peterson over to Mia Barker in the front row, who launches attack on the near side. Ashlyn Funk clears it over for the Bronx, and now Evanston gets an attack. Stacia Barker, dead center. Good dig again by Funk, back row. Left side attack from Clemmer, and it's finally ended with a double hit on Evanston. What a opening rally to start that one off. Jackson gets the first point, and it'll be Faye Cutter to serve for Jackson. She misses, and Evanston gets the point. Now we'll see Mia Barker serve for the Red Devils. Line drive serve at Funk in the back row. Good deflection up by Cutter. The left side attack from Jackson. Good dig by Mia Barker backside. Critchfield passes over the net from the back row, and Funk was waiting for it. Left side attack from Taylor Hogan, finds the corner on the backside, and it's 2-0 Jackson, or 2-1 Jackson to start it off. Rachel Clemmer to serve for the Bronx with Jackson in a 2-1 lead here in set 1, brought to you by the Committee to Build Evanston Community Fieldhouse. Peterson sets over to Stacia Barker, far side front row. Clemmer, Santamaro, dead center on the Jackson Bronx logo, diving dig by Caitlin DeRue, and it doesn't quite clear the net, and the Bronx with a 3-1 lead. Clemmer to serve again. Caitlin Drew out there with Critchfield, Freeland, Peterson, Rigby, and Stacia. Left side attack, Emily Freeland. That one goes off of the antenna, it looks like, and it's a 4-1 lead for the Bronx. Clemmer with the line drive serve at Critchfield, center back row. Peterson sets backside, or back sets over to Stacia, who clears it on the left side. Clemmer with a hard hit for Jackson, and now Emily Freeland gets an attack for Evanston. Dump set over by Faye Cutter, and now Evanston gets a dump set from Stacia Barker. That one punched up. The third hit is going to not happen as it comes out of bounds on the near side. Evanston gets the point and ends the run. Critchfield will serve. Holt comes in for Stacia Barker. First touch, Santamaro, nearly an overpass. It goes into the net. Playing the distraction, though, was Taryn Holt as she goes up for the block. That front line featuring Holt, Freeland, and Rigby. Back line with Peterson, DeRue, and Critchfield serving. Left side attack. That one bounces off of Evanston. What an attack from Rachel Clemmer on the far sideline near the front row. And it's a 5-3 lead for Jackson. Bella Santamaro serves for the Bronx. Evanston now gets an attack from Emily Freeland. Left side, that one off of the Jackson block. It's headed out of bounds. Good, tracking it down was Taylor Hogan. Big hit on the far sideline front row from Carson Breeding. for Jackson, and it drops down on the Evanston side of the court. 6-3. Red Devils trailing Jackson on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard in set 1. Left side attack, Emily Freeland, light hit over. It's dug up at the 10-foot stripe by Santamaro. They'll pass it over to Breeding, who goes for an attack. Too long, too strong on the far side. And it is 6-4. Porter checks in for Abby Rigby, and she'll go to serve now. Red Devils trail by 2 in the first set, brought to you by the Committee to Build the Evanston Community Fieldhouse, and Porter goes into the nets. For all of the information on this important project, visit Facebook, Evanston Community Fieldhouse. Shyla May is going to check in for Taylor Hogan on the Jackson side, and it'll be May to serve. Line drive goes long, and Evanston cuts it down to 1. Emily Freeland to serve for the Red Devils. In the back row, you've got Porter and Critchfield. Front row, Peterson and the Barkers. Mia Barker and Taryn Holt. Left side attack. That from Jackson. Joanna Smits into the Evanston block, and they put it down on the Jackson side of the court. Red Devils cut the gap to 1. Emily Freeland to serve again. High arcing serve in the back row. Setting up for Jackson's Rachel Clemmer, and that one drops down on the back line. And it's 8-6. Carson Breeding waiting for the ball. She'll serve. She's only a freshman, so we'll see a lot of her over the years. And that one's a missile right at Bailey Critchfield in the back row. Bounces off her arms and out of bounds. 9-6. Jackson with the lead. Coming out and jumping on top of the Red Devils. And Evanston's playing off their back foot, trying to get back in it. Breeding with the running serve, and that one deflected high by Critchfield, back row. Emily Freeland goes out of bounds to clear it out, or to pass it over to Peterson, who clears it over. Overpass to Taryn Holt, and Evanston gets it. Holt, after the 3-hit pass by Evanston, Jackson overpasses, and Holt skies above the net, dead center, and slaps it down on the 10-foot stripe. Taryn Holt to serve. Evanston needs one of her runs here, and that's an ace. Taryn Holt bounces it off a player on the back row, and Evanston pulls within 1. Another good serve by Holt. Back row dig by Katrina Carlson. Left side by Joanna Smits, and now Evanston gets an attack from Stacia Barker. Left side, that one off of a Brock in the back row, near side and out of bounds. Red Devils tied up 9-9. 3-0 run for Evanston on the serves of Taryn Holt. Funk with the first hit. And Evanston gets it. A double hit called on Jackson, and Evanston with their first lead of the match. 10-9 in set 1, brought to you by the Committee to Build the Evanston Community Fieldhouse on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Holt serves again. Jackson has to clear it over from Sarah Robinson. Porter back sets to Stacia. She goes dead center off the block, kept alive by Jackson. Left side Carlson, and a good dig by Freeland in the back row. Porter cross set front row to Mia Barker. She goes too long, too strong. They want a hand, and they're not going to get it. Evanston wanted a deflection out, and the run ends at 4. Libero Ashland Funk to serve for the Bronx. First touch, Critchfield, back row, right side. Porter sets over to Peterson in the front row. She finds it at the back line. Taylor Peterson absolutely aimed that one perfectly and dropped it down. Evanston gets the lead. 11-10 here in set 1 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Taylor Peterson, the senior, to serve. High arcing serve, first touch back row, left side. Bella Santamaro at the front, goes over the Evanston block and drops it just shy of the 10-foot line, dead center, and it's 11-11. Faye Cooter to serve for the Jackson Bronx. That one going back row, far side. Peterson at the front row, cross set over to Barker, kept alive by the block. Evanston, though, will calm it down and clear it over. Cooter goes to Santamaro at the front. That one off of the block of Evanston. Diving dig by Peterson, keeps it alive. And overpass by Jackson after they get it back. Stacia makes them pay for it. Puts it down on the Jackson logo on the Jackson side of the courts. Mia Barker to serve. Red Devils lead 12-11. Hard serve at Ashlyn Funk. Cooter goes to Bella Santamaro, and Evanston now gets an attack. Left side from Emily Freeland off the block of Jackson and out of bounds. Evanston takes a 13-11 lead. Mia Barker to serve for the Red Devils. High short serve. It'll be a front row attack from Santamaro, and she buries it in the back line. 13-12. Caitlin DeRue will come in for Mia Barker. Rachel Clemmer will serve for Jackson after Evanston took the point. They trail by 1 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard in set 1, brought to you by the Committee to Build the Evanston Community Fieldhouse. Served by Clemmer, comes off of the arms of Critchfield awkwardly. Stacia keeps it alive, and Evanston's able to clear it over. Left side attack from Carson Breeding, blocked by Evanston on the far side. And it is down on the Jackson side. 14-12, Red Devils with the lead. Set 1 on. Brought to you by the Committee to Build Evanston Community Fieldhouse. Bailey Critchfield serves the white jersey libero. It's an overpass by Santamaro in the back row. Setting up Emily Freeland for an attack. Funk goes to her knees to dig it out on the far side of the 10-foot stripe. Here comes an attack from Breeding. That one off of Critchfield and deflected out of bounds. Jackson gets the point, and they'll take the serve. It'll be Bella Santamaro, the junior, to serve for Jackson, and Evanston caught out of rotation. It's a tie game. 14-14 on the Impact Physical Therapy board in set 1, brought to you by the Committee to Build the Evanston Community Fieldhouse. Right now, it looks like, never mind. Taryn Lawler, the coach, just went out and had a talk with him, and apparently Evanston was not out of rotation, so Evanston with the lead. Santamaro to serve. It's a light serve, first touch. Freeland in the back row. Miscommunication between two Red Devils on the far side back row, and it goes off of them and out of bounds. And now Jackson with the tie. Served by Santamaro. Critchfield with the first touch, back row. Taryn Holt at the dead center goes up and tries to put it away, but she goes too long, too strong on the back line, and Jackson with a 15-14 lead. First touch, DeRue after the serve from Jackson. Left side, Emily Freeland. She'll launch an attack. Cutter tries to set it over the net, but it bounces off the top of the net and bounces down on the Evanston side of, or Jackson side of the hardwood. Tie game, 15-15. As Mackenzie Porter will serve for Evanston. Set 1, we're just getting started. It's brought to you by the Committee to Build the Evanston Community Fieldhouse. First touch, Funk in the back row. Carlson passes over to Robinson, who clears it out over for Jackson. Left side attack from Freeland, and that one drops down in the left corner. Red Devils with a 16-15 lead. Mackenzie Porter to serve again for Evanston. First touch by Cooter. Now over to Robinson, who just slaps it over the net. Evanston gets a dump set from Taryn Holt, looking for the far back corner, but it's dug up. Evanston's going to get the point. Double hit on Jackson, 17-15. Red Devils with a 2-point lead. Set 1 brought to you by the Committee to Build the Evanston Community Fieldhouse. Served by Porter, and it was a missile. Robinson barely able to slap it over for Jackson. Porter with the jump set. Taryn Holt tries to go from the center to the far sideline, but she's too strong, and it is a 1-point game. This one going back and forth. Shyla May to serve for Jackson. 17-16 Red Devils. First touch, Drew in the back row. Porter back sets over to Freeland on the far side. She goes too hard, and it's out of bounds. 17 all here in set one, brought to you by the committee to build the Evanston Community Fieldhouse. Shyla May serves for Jackson. Light serve at Drew in the back row. Jump set, Porter. Dump set, Holt goes off of the block and right back down on the Jackson side of the hardwood. Freeland will now serve for the Red Devils. High arcing serve into the back row. Here comes an left side attack from Carson Breeding. It goes off the Evanston block but doesn't clear the net. 18-18 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Breeding to serve after she gets the kill for Jackson. That one too long. Evanston takes a 19-18 lead. Taryn Holtz will take over for Evanston. They were on a 4-0 run last time she served, hoping to get it again. Nice serve. That one deflected up in the back row by Jackson. Left side. Carlson, that one off the Evanston block. Jackson gets called for 4 hits. Holt to serve again for the Red Devils. That one is deflected out of bounds. It's going to drop for an ace. Timeout called by Coach Yancey. Evanston on top in set one, 21-18 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil Volleyball on K9 and My Local Radio.
A yes vote for the Fieldhouse Initiative on November 3rd benefits Evanston, plus makes a huge difference in the lives of Evanston High School students. Teams won't have to practice in the snow. They can run on a track instead of through the halls, and with more space, practice times can be adjusted. A yes vote November 3rd gives Evanston a place to host tournaments and other special events that generate revenue for our economy. Vote yes for the Fieldhouse Initiative November 3rd.
Paid for by the Committee to Build the Evanston Community Fieldhouse.
Want to welcome Brinley Hunting and Callie Fackrell to the broadcast. They're bringing you the camera work on mylocalradio.com. So a big thank you to them. Evanston with a 21-18 lead here in set one, brought to you by the committee to build the Evanston Community Fieldhouse. Taryn Holt serves, and the attack from Jackson goes off of the Evanston block and down on the Jackson side. Red Devils lead it 22-18. Holt to serve again. She's equaled her 4-0 run from last time. Pass, left side attack. That one drops down on the far line. Great hit by Joanna Smits for Jackson. And it ends at 4-0 again. Taryn Holtz and that rotation is consistently putting together runs here. Ashlyn Funk to serve for Jackson. And Evanston, they get caught out of rotation this time. We'll see if that holds up. Coach Lawler was able to get it overturned last time. And I think she's a conversation going on between Coach Lawler and the two officials. As the explanation is being given on the rules right now. So Evanston currently trailing 22-20 according to the scoreboard, but last time they caught them out of rotation, they were able to kind of figure things out right now. So right now, we'll see if the point holds up. We're going to give it to him on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard if it comes back down. Lots of noise being made by Jackson while Coach Lawler is trying to get this one. She's going to call a timeout to try to straighten it out. And we're going to step aside as well. Red Devils lead it 22-20 in set one, brought to you by the Community to Build Evanston Community Fieldhouse on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil Volleyball on K9 and My Local Radio.
America keeps moving, and Auto Farm Chevrolet is here to help you keep rolling. Whether you need a brand new vehicle or service on one you already own, Auto Farm Chevrolet is here to lend a helping hand. Our certified mechanics are knowledgeable, and our sales team takes the time to get to know you and what your needs are. Stop in today, Auto Farm Chevrolet, 624 Front Street, Evanston. Evanston's community-driven dealer.
Red Devils lead 22-20 here in set one, brought to you by the Community Build Evanston Community Fieldhouse. Jackson serves. Here comes Freeland, left side. She tried to go diagonal from the near end, but she mistimed it. Instead, she sends it out of bounds. It is 21-22. Serve, first touch, Freeland. Porter setting up Stacia Barker. That one goes off the Jackson block, and they keep it alive. Clemmer slaps it over the net for the Bronx. Evanston leads by one. Left side, a light touch by Mia Barker, and Jackson keeps it alive. Good rally going on here. Freeland back row, first touch. Setting up Stacia Barker, deflected out of bounds by Jackson, and the Red Devils take a 23-21 lead. Porter to serve, or sorry, that is Peterson to serve for Evanston. The senior sends it right at the 10-foot stripe. Diving dig, setting up Bella Santamaro. She goes lightly over the Evanston block and drops it down on the 10-foot stripe. Dead center. 23-22. Faye Cutter to come in for the Jackson Bronx. Line drive serve at Critchfield, far back row. Dump set over by Peterson, caught Jackson napping. And Evanston gets called, gets the point. It'll be a Jackson player in the net. Set point for the Red Devils. Mia Barker to serve here in set one. Brought to you by the Committee to Build Evanston Community Fieldhouse. Cutter setting up Santamaro off the Evanston block. Peterson keeps it alive in the back row. Critchfield passes over to Emily Freeland. She tries to go cross court from the near side, and now Clemmer for Jackson just lightly hits it over the net. Emily Freeland gets a light hit, looking for room at the 10-foot line. Cutter digs it up, overpass to Jackson. Evanston with the dump set. That one's going out of bounds. Evanston gets it. That is the first set. Let's recap it. It was an overpass by Jackson as they were trying to set up the attack, and the Red Devils take set one, 25-22 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. We'll be right back with set two, brought to you by the Committee to Build the Evanston Community Fieldhouse. After this, on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil Volleyball on K9 and My Local Radio.
In May of 2019, Uintah County School District Number 1 became the first school district in Wyoming to achieve a certified level 1 on high reliability schools by the Rosanna Leadership Center. We're focusing on 3 levels. Level 1 is a safe and collaborative culture. Level 2, effective teaching in every classroom. And Level 3 is a guaranteed and viable curriculum. We are certified Level 1 in safe and collaborative culture. This is Superintendent Ryan Thomas. Congratulations to everyone in our district. Keep up the great work.
Uintah County School District Number 1, Pathway to Excellence.
Do you really think you can get a better deal on a vehicle in the city? Poppycock! Rocky Mountain Yeti is hungry for your business and will beat any bona fide deal on any vehicle, or they'll give it to you as a gift. Now that's legendary. Rocky Mountain Yeti Evanston, home of the 20-year, 200,000-mile legendary warranty, where legendary customer service is not a myth.
What do you do when you lose a tooth?
Put it under your pillow. Under my pillow. Or like a treasure chest so you could put it in.
Why do you do that?
Because then the tooth fairy comes. For the tooth fairy. So the tooth fairy can come get them.
And then what happens?
I get money.
We may not be the tooth fairy, but we can still take care of your teeth. Bear River Dental in Evanston.
This First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Evanston High School Red Devil Sports is also brought to you in part by Jen's Life Photography. Local photography, whether it's family portraits or senior pictures, capture the moment with Jen's Life Photography. An Evanston local with a Utah number, 801-289-6161. And by Freeway Tire. With a friendly and knowledgeable staff, quick and dependable service and great prices come together. Call Freeway Tire at 307-789-8632.
Well, the Red Devils and Jackson, if that first set was any indication of what we're in for, it's going to be a good one. Red Devils take set one, brought to you by the Committee to Build the Evanston Community Fieldhouse. 25-22. For all of the important information on this project, visit Facebook, Evanston Community Fieldhouse. Evanston will start the second set with the Barkers, Critchfield, Freeland, Peterson, and Rigby. Jackson will serve. Faye Cutter to do the honors. Line drive right at Freeland in the back row. Peterson goes to station near side and puts it down. Red Devils with a 1-0 lead. Mia Barker to serve for Evanston. As it's a light serve, looks like it came off her hand wrong into the net, and it's 1-1. Caitlin Drew will come in for Mia Barker. Rachel Clemmer will serve for the Bronx out of Jackson, the home team. Line drive serve at Drew. Overpass, waiting for it though, was Carson Breeding. And Jackson gets the points. Clemmer to serve again for the Bronx. First touch, Critchfield in the back row. Peterson at the 10-foot stripe, sets over to Emily Freeland. She goes for the attack left side, but she puts it outside the lines. It's a 3-1 lead for the Bronx. Clemmer with the serve again. First touch, Critchfield back. Peterson sets over to Stacia on the right side. That one deflected up by Kudar, and now Clemmer clears it over for the Bronx. Peterson sets over to Freeland, near side, light hit, looking for room at the 10-foot line. Kudar dives to dig it up. Here comes the attack left side from Hogan, excuse me. She goes off the Evanston block, and eventually it does fall down on the Jackson side. Bailey Critchfield to serve for the Red Devils. Taryn Holt coming in for Stacia Barker. Line drive serve, that one deflected towards the stands, kept alive by Jackson, and they finally get it over the net. Peterson over to Taryn Holt, light hit, barely over the hands of Bella Santamaro. She tries a desperation block, but it's called for a lift. Red Devils with the point, 3-3. They lead at 1-0 in set two, brought to you by the Committee to Build the Evanston Community Fieldhouse, served by Critchfield. Funk in the back row, hard attack from Breeding, and Evanston now gets an attack from Freeland. She goes a light hit near side, drops it down on the 10-foot line, and it's 4-3 Evanston. Critchfield to serve again. That one drops down in the near corner for the ace. Bailey Critchfield with an ace here, and the Red Devils on a 4-0 run. And that one goes into the net. So Jackson trails by one, and they also trail 1-0 in the set score. Bella Santamaro to serve. Rainbow serve right at Freeland in the back row with her back turned to the net. Holt clears it out from the 10-foot line. Hard attack there from Taylor Hogan for Jackson. Evanston overpasses it. She launches an attack. Evanston cleans it up. That one on the third hit after the Evanston cleanup. Rigby tries to send it over the net, but it goes from the near side or far side, near side, out of bounds. Served by Santamaro. First touch, Giroux. Back row, left side, front row. Freeland deflected out of bounds by the Jackson defense. Red Devils with a 6-5 lead. Porter to serve. Mackenzie Porter, the junior, puts it right at Funk in the back row, near side. Hogan clears it over the net for Jackson. Here comes a hard attack by Freeland. Overpass by Jackson on the response. And an attack from Peterson. Wow! Two great diving digs by Jackson to send it back over to Evanston. Red Devils just pass it over the net. And now Funk setting up Breeding left side. Off the Evanston block and down on the Jackson side. 6-6 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Set 2 brought to you by the Committee to Build Evanston Community Fieldhouse. Red Devils won set 1, 25-22. Shyla May to serve. The junior puts it right at Daru. Evanston goes into the net on the response, and Jackson takes a 7-6 lead. Shyla May will serve again. High arcing serve at Critchfield, back row. Porter back sets over to Freeland, right side. That one deflected up. It's going high. Chasing it out was May. Cleared over by Funk. Wow. Peterson setting up Holt, and she jump sets it. Popped up by the Jackson defense and down on the back line. A miscommunication by Jackson, and immediately Coach Yancey gets up and moves her hands like talking puppets to say, talk to each other. 7-7 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Served by Freeland. Good first touch by Clemmer. Cleared out by Jackson. Evanston now gets an attack from Peterson right side. Great dig by Funk. And Evanston's going to get the point. Double hit called on Jackson. 8-7 Evanston, set 2 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Freeland. Line drive serve, bounces off the chest of Rachel Clemmer. She gets it back on the third hit and slaps it over the net. Porter setting up Mia Barker. She goes off of the block of Jackson, and it lands on the Jackson side. Red Devils lead it 9-7. Emily Freeland to serve again. Good serve at the back row. Left side attack from Breeding, kept alive by the Evanston block. Back over on the Jackson side, they get another attack. Evanston slaps it over. Another hard hit by Jackson on the far side, or near side, as Holt will just kind of pop it over for Evanston, and Funk clears it over. Evanston with a dump set from Peterson, and now Jackson with a hard hit from Breeding, far side, back row dig by Critchfield. Left side, Mia Barker kept alive by the block. Evanston wants a lift, they're not gonna get it. Doesn't matter as the Bronx go into the net. Evanston with a 10-7 lead here in set 2. Emily Freeland to serve for the Red Devils. First touch back row by Jackson, and now here comes a hard hit by Joanna Smits. Evanston's gonna get the point. No, it's gonna be Jackson getting the point, a double hit on Evanston. Evanston with a 10-8 lead. Porter setting up Holt right side, goes off the Jackson block, diving dig by Smits, and Clemmer slaps it over the net. Evanston will now get another attack. This time it's going to be from Mia Barker. Overpass. Terranol tries to put it away, but it's through her hands and down on the 10-foot stripe. Usually those overpasses are a death nail for the other team. As Elizabeth Robinson will come in for Carson Breeding for Jackson. Robinson to serve. But that time, Evanston just couldn't get that one as Jackson's server, Robinson, goes into the net. Evanston with an 11-9 lead. Taryn Holt to serve. They can get on a run here with her. It's been 4-0 runs last 2 times she's served. Here comes a light hit. That one kept alive by Evanston. Diving dig by Freeland, cleared out. And Evanston, though, is going to get called for a double hit. Ashlyn Funk to serve. Red Devils lead by 1. The Jackson serve is first touch by Freeland in the back row. Mia Barker sets it over the net, and now here comes an attack from Bella Santamaro. Off the Evanston block, down in the back row. Evanston gets the point. Huge block there by the Red Devils, and Peterson to serve. Arcing serve right at Clemmer. Setting up Smits, left side. She tries to go cross court and goes out of bounds. Red Devils with a 13-10 lead. Here in set 2, brought to you by the Committee to Build Evanston Community Fieldhouse. They lead it 1-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. ELAN OLLIFF here bringing you the action live from Jackson Hole High School. Peterson with the serve. Left side, Clemmer. Good diving dig by Critchfield to keep it alive. My goodness. Mia Barker back to the net, sends it over, and now Clemmer with a heart attack. Deflected out of bounds by Evanston. But wow, what a diving dig by Bailey Critchfield to keep that first attack from falling in. Faye Cooter to serve for the Jackson Bronx. Evanston with a 2-point lead. Rainbow serve at Freeland in the back row. Peterson over to Stacia, who just sets it over the net. Left side attack from Clemmer, off of the block, but it's out of bounds. Another serve by Cooter, and now Stacia Barker with a hard hit. Funk goes to the ground to keep it alive. Clemmer with a light attack to the 10-foot stripe, kept alive by Peterson. Left side attack from Mia Barker, deflected out of bounds and out. On the back line, Red Devils with a 14-12 lead on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard, and Mia Barker will serve. Line drive serve at Funk in the back row. Evanston's going to get it. Double hit on Jackson. 15-12 Red Devils. Mia to serve again for Evanston. That one deflected up and out of bounds. Kept alive by Funk, but they're still in the back row. Third hit barely clears over the net, and Evanston's going to get a coordinated attack. They send it to Stacia, who puts it down in the near side corner. And the Red Devils with a 16-12 lead. Mia Barker to serve. First touch by Robinson. Left side attack from Jackson, and now Evanston gets another chance. It'll be Emily Freeland. Yes, ma'am, in the corner. Freeland makes it a 4-0 run. No, they didn't give him the point. I thought that was in. They did not give him the point. Close call, and the point goes to Jackson. Peterson over to Freeland, left side. This time she finds the 10-foot strike. Good dig by Breeding. Breeding will now get an attack deflected up by DeRue for Evanston. Freeland slaps it over the net, and they'll set up another one for Carson Breeding off the Evanston block. Going down to her knees to dig it up at the 10-foot stripe was Peterson, but she underpasses. No one in the area, and Jackson cuts the gap to 2. Here in set 2, brought to you by the Committee to Build Evanston Community Fieldhouse. Red Devils lead at 1-0. Rachel Clemmer to serve. Back row, Freeland. Peterson runs over and passes it over to Stacia Barker, who passes it over the net. Bella Santamaro with an attack off of the Evanston block and drops it down on the far sideline. Jackson cuts the gap to 1. Rachel Clemmer to serve. Red Devils 1 set 1, 25-22. First touch by Freeland in the back row. Stacia Barker left side off of the block and drop it down. She goes from the far side to the near corner, and the Red Devils have the lead at 17-15. Bailey Critchfield to serve. That one, first touch, Clemmer. Kudar setting up Breeding left side off the Evanston block. Critchfield dives to keep it alive. She's been great in that back row tonight. Emily Freeland goes off of the block of Jackson and puts it out of bounds. Evanston gets the point. Red Devils up by 3, 18-15 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard in set 2, brought to you by the committee to build the Evanston Community Fieldhouse. Critchfield with the first touch, back row, or Funk with the first touch after the Critchfield serve, returned by Jackson. Evanston just slaps it over the net. Kudar goes to Bellicent tomorrow. Good dig by Peterson. That one bounces off of the ceiling, rolls around on the backboard, and is returned over by Evanston, but it goes out of bounds. A wacky set of events happening there. Evanston's first hit bounces off of the ceiling. Second hit rolls off of the backboard that's already elevated. And the third one, they can't clear it over the net. Anyways, timeout, Coach Tara Lawler. Evanston leads 18-16 in set 2, brought to you by the committee to build Evanston Community Fieldhouse, and lead it 1 set to nothing on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard on a First Mango Wyoming presentation of Red Devil Volleyball on K9 and My Local Radio.
Evanston Regional Hospital is an affiliate of the University of Utah Health. Our partnership builds on a long tradition of collaboration between Evanston Regional Hospital and University of Utah Health. Inside these doors, our dedicated staff is committed to being your caring partner in your healthcare journey. Whether you need an MRI or surgery, are expecting a new baby, or you're having a heart attack, Evanston Regional Hospital is here to help. Evanston Regional Hospital. Healing begins here.
On the First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil Volleyball on K9 and My Local Radio.
Nothing makes your kid feel like a superstar more than seeing his or her very own Fathead in the stands. Fathead car decals and yard signs are inexpensive and easy to get at Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. Whether it's for the big game or to cheer on the high school band, our children make us proud in so many ways. Show your pride today. Go Red Devils! West Star Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street, Evanston.
Want to apologize for those technical difficulties. Evanston wins set 2, 25-20, and take a 2-0 lead over Jackson. We still got some time. We're going to go ahead and step aside. When we come back, we'll have set 3 brought to you by the Committee to Build the Evanston Community Fieldhouse. After this, on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil Volleyball on K9 and My Local Radio.
Whatever takes you to Evanston, whether it's high school sports, a teaching conference, music festivals, speech and debate, or your job, always book your hotel reservations at the Best Western Dunmar Inn. With 165 ground-level rooms on 10 acres, the Best Western offers everything you need, including newly renovated rooms, a business office, workout room, outdoor pool, and full-service restaurant, plus complimentary breakfast with every stay. Whenever you're in Evanston, make your hotel reservations with your friends at the Best Western Dunmar Inn.
As your local Ricoh, Toshiba, and Sharp dealer, Mountain West Business Solutions represents quality office equipment that lasts. We work with each client to understand your workflow, your goals, and your bottom line. Whether you lease or purchase office equipment, we have many ways to work with you to provide the best products at the best value. We also service and provide supplies for HP printers. Call Mountain West Business Solutions today. Let us help you find the best solutions for you and your business.
This First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Evanston High School Red Devil Sports is also brought to you in part by T-Bar S Body Shop. Let T-Bar fix your car. Call 307-789-2639. And by Hoover Chiropractic. Dr. Todd Hoover does all of the chiropractic work you need, as well as blood work, dietary supplements, a weight loss program, x-rays, and can help you get rid of migraines and allergies. Call Hoover Chiropractic at 307-789-0043.
Red Devils find themselves 25 points away from completing the perfect conference record. But with how hard that this Jackson team has been playing, it is not going to be an easy task. Taylor Peterson to serve for the Red Devils. Dig back row. Kudar goes to Bella Santamaro. Light hit at the 10-foot stripe. A diving dig attempt by Peterson is not enough, and Jackson takes a 1-0 lead here in set 3, brought to you by the Committee to Build the Evanston Community Fieldhouse. Served by Kudar in the back row. Critchfield passes to Stacia, who just clears it out. Funk goes to Kudar. Santamaro, dead center. Another light hit at the 10-foot line. Kept alive by Rigby. It's an overpass by Jackson. And Evanston's going to let it go as it just lands out of bounds on the far side. Great play there by Abby Rigby to keep it alive. 1-1 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Mia Barker to serve. First touch, Funk. Kudar sets left side attack, and Taylor Hogan goes off of the Evanston block. No, they're going to say the point goes to Evanston. Right now, there's going to be a conversation between the two officials, and they just gave it to Jackson. It looks like it might have been the right call as it went off of the Evanston block before it went out of bounds. So 2-1, Jackson on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Caitlin DeRue checks in for Evanston, while Rachel Klemmer serves for the Bronx. First touch, Freeland in the back row, going to the ground to get it. Peterson goes to the ground to get it. A diagonal clearance by Rigby. That one almost was a point, but cleared out over by Jackson. Emily Freeland left side, trying to find room with a 10-foot stripe. Funk gets a second hit, cleared out, and Evanston gets the point, a double hit on Jackson. Taylor Hogan gets the call. And it'll be Critchfield to serve for the Red Devils. Taryn Holt checks in for Stacia Barker. Now one headed for the back corner, kept alive by Santamaro. Funk clears it over on the third hit. It goes wide on the near side. Evanston with a 3-2 lead. Critchfield to serve again. That one right at Ashlyn Funk, and overpass at Evanston. Dump set by Peterson. Hard attack by Breeding, kept alive by Critchfield. Freeland goes into the bench to clear it out, and it is slapped over the net by Holt. Left side attack from Breeding. Another great dig by Freeland, but it's deflected into the stands on the far end. 3-3 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Bella Santamaro, the junior, to serve, and she tried to go for the far sideline, but it goes way too strong, and Evanston gets the point. 4-3 on the Impact Physical Therapy board. Jackson will play Star Valley in day one of the regional tournament in Evanston. It'll be a win. Winner goes to state. Loser season is done. Evanston, however, will play Green River, and with what I'm seeing from Jackson, I think that Jackson-Star Valley matchup will be good. Two Broncs run into each other, trying to clear it over after the Evanston return, and Freeland bounces it off of the Jackson block and puts it out of bounds on the far line. Red Devils take a 5-3 lead. Mackenzie Porter to serve. First touch is Clemmer. Hard hit on the far side by Jackson, and it goes too wide. Red Devils doubling up Jackson 6-3. Mackenzie Porter to serve. And she goes into the net, so Jackson still hanging around, down by 2. Shyla May will check in to serve. May's serve is a high arcing serve at the back row. Critchfield with the first touch. Porter setting up Freeland right side, deflected up by Funk. May now goes to Clemmer, who tries to drop the hammer, but is too long, too strong from the back row, and puts it out over the back line. Red Devils take a 7-4 lead. Stacia Barker to serve. Or sorry, that's Emily Freeland to serve. Nearly an overpass by Jackson, but it won't clear the net on 3 hits. Red Devils with an 8-4 lead. Timeout called by Coach Teriyazzi. Will take it as well. Evanston leads 8-4 in set 3, and they lead it 2-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard on a First Mako Wyoming presentation of Red Devil Volleyball on K9 and My Local Radio.
At Ellingford Brothers, we're known for an excellent steel shop and quality cement. We also provide other products all year round. Sand and different sizes of gravel for road base and landscaping in the summer and fall. Traction in the winter and mud control in the spring. Bark for landscaping in the summer and winterization in the fall. And topsoil. Spring, summer, and fall, prices are always honest. Pickup or delivery. Ellingford Brothers, your year-round source for so many things. Stop in today at 221 County Road in Evanston.
Welcome back to Jackson Hole High School. The Red Devils lead it 8-4 here in set 3, brought to you by the Committee to Build Evanston Community Fieldhouse. Get all the info on this important project at Facebook, Evanston Community Fieldhouse. They also lead it 2-0 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. It'll be Emily Freeland to serve. Freeland's first touch by Clemmer in the back row. Here comes an attack from Breeding, kept alive by the Evanston block, sent back over by Freeland. And Evanston's going to get the point. Another double hit called on Jackson. Freeland to serve for Evanston. Regular season finale. The next time these two teams will play will be against different opponents at the regional tournament as Jackson launches an attack and it's deflected out of bounds by Evanston. Carson Breeding to serve for the Bronx. Jackson will play Star Valley in their first game of regionals. Evanston will play Green River. That'll all be on Thursday. Tomahawk serve. Critchfield digs it up. Freeland slaps it over the net. Light hit by Jackson, kept alive by Critchfield. She has been brilliant in the back row. Evanston sent it back over and Jackson lightly hit. Peterson goes to Mia Barker, left side, off of the block and down on the Jackson side of the court. Red Devils lead 10-5 and Taryn Holt will serve. Holt to serve in a 10-5 game. First touch is Clemmer. May setting up the attack from Jackson, who goes off the block of Evanston, and they put it out of bounds. Red Devils lead by 4 as Ashlyn Funk will serve for the Bronx. High arcing serve at Freeland in the back row. Porter goes to Stacia Barker off of the Jackson block and into the scorer's table. Red Devils with an 11-6 lead. Abby Rigby will check in for Mackenzie Porter. Peterson serve, it's almost an overpass, and Jackson tries to launch an attack, but it'll be deflected out of bounds by Evanston. I was a little confused. I thought that they got more hits than 3, but Evanston apparently touched it on the light overpass. It's 11-7 Red Devils as Faye Kudar will serve for Jackson. That one high. Critchfield first touch, back row, far side. Stacia Barker gets a beautiful set. She tries to launch an attack from the near side of the net, and she misfires. Jackson cuts the gap to 3. Kudar to serve. First touch, Freeland in the back row. Peterson goes to Stacia, and Evanston gets the point. A double hit called on Jackson. Double touch by Jackson. We have a point that goes to Evanston. Number 7. Mia Barker to serve. Just kidding. No. What? They just took the point off of the board for Evanston, added it to Jackson. Not sure what the call was. Peterson now goes to Stacia Barker, and that one deflected into the student section on the far side. Evanston takes a 12-9 lead. Now Mia Barker will serve. First touch, Santamaro. Clemmer, right side, kept alive by Critchfield, back row. Peterson goes to Freeland, who puts it over, looking for the back line, but Funk was there to dig it up. Santamaro, light hit, goes off the Evanston block. Freeland and Barker down on the Jackson side of the field, touching that black Bronc at center court. 13-9, Red Devils lead. Another serve by Mia Barker. Clemmer, left side, blocked by Evanston. This time it's dug up by Jackson, but the dig sends it into the scorer's table. 14-9, Red Devils with the lead. Mia Barker bounces it around, and the junior sends it over, looking for the back corner, dig by Funk. Santamaro with an attack at the 10-foot line, kept alive by Critchfield, and it looked like they were going to clear it over, but a lift called on Evanston. Rachel Clemmer to serve for the Bronx as Mia Barker checks out. Caitlin DeRue checks in for Evanston. Clemmer serve, first touch, Freeland in the back row. Peterson passes to DeRue, still in the back row, and they clear it over the net. Santamaro attack goes off the Evanston block and out of bounds on the far side, on the Evanston side of the court. Santamaro makes it 14-11. Evanston here in set 3, brought to you by the Committee to Build the Evanston Community Fieldhouse, as Clemmer will serve for Jackson. First touch, that's Daru in the back row, slapped back over the net by Freeland. Here comes a hard attack from Hogan, and now Evanston will get an attack from Freeland again. Near side, Santamaro with the dig. She'll get it back, and Evanston's going to get it. Double hit on Jackson. Bailey Critchfield, who has had a brilliant game defensively in the back row, will now serve. Arcing serve right at the back row for Jackson. Here comes the hard hit from Breeding, poked up by Daru. Freeland slaps it over the net. Funk with the dig in the back row, setting up Hogan on the near side, but it's easily fielded there by Critchfield back row. Hard attack from Freeland, good dig by Clemmer. Breeding with a hard hit and a diving dig by Evanston, not enough, it drops down in the back row. Bella Santamaro to serve. Evanston leads 15-12. Jackson serve received in the back row by Critchfield. Porter setting up Holt, who goes at the top of the net and drops it down on the back line. Seems like whenever they need a shot in the arm, she is one of the big ones to come through for Evanston. Porter checks out in. Abby Rigby checks out. Mackenzie Porter's serve is at the far side of the 10-foot stripe. Left side attack from Jackson. Evanston's able to keep it alive thanks to another great dig by Critchfield. Punched over the net by Peterson on the far side. Evanston's going to get an attack for Breeding. Blocked by Holt and Peterson. That one was perfectly timed by the Red Devils on the far side. Holt and Peterson go up as a unit and block the attack down on the Jackson side. 17-12. Serve by Porter, nearly an overpass, and Breeding tried to take the overpass and give it a little bit more. Another block by Evanston down on the Jackson side. The block party is alive and well. Porter serves into the net and the run ends at 3, but the Red Devils now lead by 5. Shyla May will get ready to serve. Checking in also will be Joanna Smits. May to serve for Jackson. It's a light serve at Daru in the back row. Left side, Emily Freeland trying to find the back line, but she goes too long, too strong, and it is 18-14 Jackson. Shyla May to serve for the Bronx. First touch, Critchfield backside. Porter sets over to Freeland on the far end, trying to launch an attack, fielded by Jackson. Breeding goes into the Evanston block. It is back on the Jackson side. They just have to clear it out with Smets. Holt over to Porter, setting up Emily Freeland on the near side. Bounce it off of a Jackson Bronc and get point number 19. The Red Devils lead it 19-14, and Freeland to serve. 6 points away from completing a perfect conference record and only dropping 3 sets the entire season in conference. Long attack from Breeding goes out of bounds on the far side, and it's 20-14 Red Devils. Served by Freeland. First touch in the back row by Clemmer. May over to Smets, who now sends it over to Jackson. Emily Freeland with a hard hit over the net from the 10-foot stripe, and now we'll get an attack for Breeding. Blocked by Evanston, down on the near line. The attack happened on the far side, and Evanston with the block of Holt and Peterson puts it down on the near sideline. Served by Freeland, it's an ace! A diving attempt by Ashlyn Funk, but it drops down on the 10-foot stripe. 22-14 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Emily Freeland to serve again for Evanston. First touch, Funk. It's going out of bounds into the Jackson bench, and they barely cleared over on a third hit. Porter setting up Mia Barker, going off the Jackson block and down on the Evanston side of the court. Evanston deflects it under the net. And it is 22-15. Karsten Breeding to serve for Jackson. First touch, Critchfield in the back row. Porter setting up Holt. Yes, ma'am. Gets it to bounce off of a Jackson Brocken across the back line. 23-15. Evanston with their most dominating set in the match thus far. Holt to serve. This is where you want a 2-0 run to win the game. First touch, Funk. Clemmer with a light hit. Back row dig by Porter. Running out of bounds to get it was Holt, and it's cleared over the net by Evanston. Clemmer getting another attack. This time it's at the 10-foot stripe. Porter setting up Peterson, and Evanston can't find anything there as it drops down out of bounds, it looked like. 23-16 on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. As it looked like Critchfield came in for Holt. Served by Ashlyn Funk for Jackson. Left side, Stacia Barker drops it down on the back line. Match point, Red Devils. (24-16) on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard. Here it comes, a serve from Peterson. That one deflected towards the stands, kept alive by Jackson. Funk all the way in the back row, clears it out in the back corner. First touch, Critchfield. Peterson setting up Stacia Barker. That one's off the Jackson block and out of bounds. It is all over, baby. 25-16 here in set number 3, and Evanston completes the perfect conference record and only dropped 3 sets the entire conference season, and all 3 of them to Star Valley. 2 in that first match, 1 in that second one, and the Red Devils come up and make it happen. Your final score on the Impact Physical Therapy scoreboard of set number 3, brought to you by the Committee to Build Evanston Community Fieldhouse. Red Devils 25, Jackson 16. We'll be right back with the post-game show after this on a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil Volleyball on K9 and MyLocalRadio.com.
At Ellingford Brothers, we're known for an excellent steel shop and quality cement. We also provide other products all year round. Sand and different sizes of gravel for road base and landscaping in the summer and fall. Traction in the winter and mud control in the spring. Bark for landscaping in the summer and winterization in the fall. And topsoil. Spring, summer, and fall. Prices are always honest. Pickup or delivery. Ellingford Brothers, your year-round source for so many things. Stop in today at 221 County Road in Evanston.
Hello, this is Dr. McKay Frankham. As a dentist in Evanston for over 20 years now, my mission has always been to provide quality dental care for people of all ages at reasonable prices. I'm a detail-oriented person, and it's important to me to stay current on new dental procedures and protocols that can help my patients have the best experience and have the best results. Over the years, I've also worked to keep my overhead low so that I can pass those savings on to my patients. I believe everyone deserves quality dental care. Please call us today at 307-789-8910.
When you're looking for one location that is centrally located in Wyoming to host a business meeting or corporate retreat, always consider the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper first. With meeting rooms and amenities that everyone can enjoy at the Come On In is the best place to host events. The rustic decor, fireplaces, jacuzzis, pool, and large indoor atrium will make your event memorable. Call today and find out the ways we can help make your event a success. Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper. Call 307-472-6300.
When your vehicle needs new tires, any tire store can get you back on the road. But only Plains Tire can get you rolling again with the peace of mind that you were treated well, paid a fair price, and that you'll be taken care of for the life of the tire. At Plains Tire, trained tire technicians mount and expertly balance your new tires, replace the valve stems, and hand check each lug nut to make sure it's all tight and secure. Plus, you'll get lifetime alignment checks and tire rotations only at Plains Tire, 157 Bear River Drive, Evanston. Visit plainstire.com.
When you think about Bear Lake, think family, fun, fishing, beaches, boats, green, and great food. Think water, wildlife, trails, and shakes, snow, scenery, and sun. Think summer. Go to bearlake.org and plan your visit today. Visit Scenic Idaho.
A yes vote for the Fieldhouse Initiative on November 3rd benefits Evanston, plus makes a huge difference in the lives of Evanston high school students. Teams won't have to practice in the snow. They can run on a track instead of through the halls, and with more space, practice times can be adjusted. A yes vote November 3rd gives Evanston a place to host tournaments and other special events that generate revenue for our economy. Vote yes for the Fieldhouse Initiative November 3rd.
Paid for by the Committee to Build the Evanston Community Fieldhouse.
Nothing makes your kid feel like a superstar more than seeing his or her very own Fathead in the stands. Fathead car decals and yard signs are inexpensive and easy to get at Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. Whether it's for the big game or to cheer on the high school band, our children make us proud in so many ways. Show your pride today. Go Red Devils! West Star Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street, Evanston.
Welcome back to Jackson Hole High School. Spot of this matchup. If you're just joining us, the Evanston Red Devils have completed the perfect conference season, going undefeated in all 6 games that matter, according to coaches. It's time for your Jimmy John's Free Fast Recap, brought to you by Jimmy John's on 113 Front Street in Evanston. Set 1, Jackson and Evanston went back and forth until Evanston and Jackson rattled off a 4-0 lead on the set of Taryn Holtz, taking a 22-18 lead. However, Jackson would start to charge, but Evanston would hold them off, winning set 1 25-22. Set 2 was a little bit better for Evanston. Evanston was again building run after run, and Jackson was responding as well as they could. Final score set number 2, 25-20. However, in set 3, the Red Devils were able to kind of show what we've seen all season long. Jackson would take a lead early on by getting the first point, and then Evanston and Jackson would trade blows until we got to the 3-3 mark, and Evanston would go on a 3-0 run, doubling up, and Evanston would not look back, taking set number 3, 25-16. Now they have swept Jackson both times they played them this year. They've swept Star Valley both times they played them this year. And now they have swept Jackson both times they played them this year, as well as Green River. Evanston Red Devils will have their next game Thursday, first round of the regional tournament against Green River, as they are the number 1 seed in the Southwest with a perfect for a Southwest record. This has been your Jimmy John's Freaky Fast Recap, brought to you by Jimmy John's on 113 Front Street in Evanston, where fast and fresh meat, where they spend 6 hours daily slicing all natural meats and produce for your 30-second sandwich. That's Jimmy John's on 113 Front Street in Evanston. We're going to step aside. When we come back, we will have an interview with Coach Tara Lawler on a First Make of Wyoming presentation of Red Devil Volleyball on K9 and mylocalradio.com.
When do you schedule doctor appointments?
In bed before I fall asleep.
In the car waiting to pick up my kids.
We can even do it after breakfast.
We all lead busy lives. Online appointment scheduling puts you in control. In just 90 seconds, you can make an appointment with a primary care provider or specialist at evanstonanytime.com. Select the day and time most convenient for you. Enter some basic information, and just like that, you're scheduled for care. Schedule appointments for next day and beyond at evanstonanytime.com.
Whatever takes you to Evanston, whether it's high school sports, a teaching conference, music festivals, speech and debate, or your job, always book your hotel reservations at the Best Western Dunmar Inn. With 165 ground-level rooms on 10 acres, the Best Western offers everything you need, including newly renovated rooms, a business office, workout room, outdoor pool, and full-service restaurant, plus complimentary breakfast with every stay. Whenever you're in Evanston, make your hotel reservations with your friends at the Best Western Dunmar Inn.
This First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Evanston High School Red Devil Sports is also brought to you in part by T-Bar S Body Shop. Let T-Bar fix your car. Call 307-789-2639. And by Hoover Chiropractic. Dr. Todd Hoover does all of the chiropractic work you need, as well as blood work, dietary supplements, a weight loss program, x-rays, and can help you get rid of migraines and allergies. Call Hoover Chiropractic at 307-789-0043.
At Ellingford Brothers, we're known for an excellent steel shop and quality cement. We also provide other products all year round. Sand and different sizes of gravel for road base and landscaping in the summer and fall. Traction in the winter and mud control in the spring. Bark for landscaping in the summer and winterization in the fall. And topsoil. Spring, summer, and fall, prices are always honest. Pickup or delivery. Ellingford Brothers, your year-round source for so many things. Stop in today at 221 County Road in Evanston.
When your vehicle needs new tires, any tire store can get you back on the road. But only Plains Tire can get you rolling again with the peace of mind that you were treated well, paid a fair price, and that you'll be taken care of for the life of the tire. At Plains Tire, trained tire technicians mount and expertly balance your new tires, replace the valve stems, and hand check each lug nut to make sure it's all tight and secure. Plus, you'll get lifetime alignment checks and tire rotations only at Plains Tire, 157 Bear River Drive, Evanston. Visit plainstire.com.
When you think about Bear Lake, think family, fun, fishing, beaches, boats, green, and great food. Think water, wildlife, trails, and shakes, snow, scenery, and sun. Think summer. Go to bearlake.org and plan your visit today. Visit Scenic Idaho.
If you can't give your dentist a 5-star rating, then you ought to consider making your next dental appointment with Dr. McKay Frankham. One patient said, "The best experience I've ever had at a dentist." Other customer comments include 5 stars plus. And not only is Dr. Frankham the best dentist I've ever been to, but I can actually afford to have dental work done by Dr. Frankham. Make your next dental visit a 5-star experience. Call for an appointment today at 307-789-8910.
We're going to go ahead and excuse Coach Tara Lawler from the post-game interview as weather is forecasted to turn pretty wet, pretty wet, pretty snowy, pretty cold, so we want to get out of here and on the road before things get too crazy. The most important thing is getting everybody home safely, as we are about 3 hours and 20-ish, 30 minutes from Jackson. Anyways, let's go ahead and wrap things up here on the broadcast. First, let's do our calendar portion where we talk about what's coming up for the Evanston activities. And right now, it's a pretty open week. Looking at the calendar on 4aconference.org for Evanston. The only thing they have on here is the varsity regional tournament. That'll be Thursday at EHS Gymnasium. Evanston will play Green River. Jackson will play Star Valley. The winner of those games will automatically punch their ticket for the Casper Event Center 2 weeks from today. And the losers will be done that day. And then it gets a little bit confusing to determine who's going to be the 1, who's going to be the 2, who's going to be the 3, who's going to be the 4 in the West. And we'll talk about that on that broadcast. Got one more thing to do, and that's give out our Dr. McKay Frankham Precision Play of the Game. And we're going to give it to Bailey Critchfield. She was great in the back row tonight, being an absolute monster defensively, digging and blocking and doing everything that she was asked of her. So congratulations, Bailey Critchfield. You are the recipient of our Dr. McKay Frankham Precision Play of the Game, brought to you by Dr. McKay Frankham Family Dental Services at affordable rates. Call 307-789-8910 for your for your appointment today. That's going to do it for our broadcast here at Jackson Hole and the regular season of the 2020 volleyball season. On behalf of our camera people, we had Kaylee Fackrell as well as Brenley. Thank you so much for your help. Also, on behalf of our producer at the studio, Alyssa McDaniel, I'm Elan Oft saying thank you so much. We'll see you next time the ball flies, which will be at EHS Gymnasium for round 1 of the volleyball regional tournament this coming Thursday. We'll see you then. Thank you so much and take care.
You've been tuned in to a First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Evanston High School Volleyball on KNYN 99.1 FM with video online at mylocalradio.com. Today's game has been brought to you by Auto Farm Chevrolet, Dr. McKay Frankham, Westar Printing, T-Bar S Body Shop, The Best Western Dunmar Inn and Legal Tender Restaurant, Hoover Chiropractic, Mountain West Business Solutions, Bear Lake Convention and Visitors Bureau, Rocky Mountain Yeti, Jen's Life Photography, Evanston Regional Hospital, The Come On In Casper, Rocky Mountain Sign, Bear River Dental, Plains Tire, Uinta County School District No. 1, Elling Ford Brothers, and by Freeway Tire. The proceeding has been a wholly owned production of mylocalradio.com and Cook Brothers Broadcasting, no portion of which may be used or rebroadcast without the expressed written consent of Old West Media Incorporated. Our executive producer is Val Cook. We thank our office manager, Kayleen Anderson, and our sales manager, Julie Burley, along with Rich's Matthew Peterson, the Valley's Colin Holt, and production assistant, Alyssa McDaniel. Biggest thanks to our sponsors and to you for tuning in. We invite you to visit mylocalradio.com for archived games and past interviews with Red Devil players and coaches. Like My Local Radio Sports on Facebook to stay up to date with the games. Thank you for joining us on this First Bank of Wyoming presentation of Evanston Red Devil Sports on KNYN 99.1 FM and mylocalradio.com. Until next time, go Devils!
Go ahead and take them down. We're gonna spin their heads round